Low versus high bottom bracket part 2 is happening today. And it's here at Drumclog where it will be happening. This is Scottish Biketrial's HQ and it is quite the perfect place to come test these bikes. The quarry was good, but this place has more man-made features, so it would be a pretty decent place to try and figure out which moves I can do better on which bike. To help me, we have the broken Fraser hand. He's going to be behind the camera helping me film. So yeah, let's see which bike I prefer today, and hopefully no steerers will snap. We've got some gaps here, going to try gap up to front and see if this extreme bar angle high bottom bracket lets me do it easily.
Oh.
Wasn't easy. That was better. You have to move your body so much with a bike like that. Let's see, low bottom bracket. This is going to feel weird.
Oh.
That got up, but that felt so much harder. That actually felt like such a struggle then. Okay. I definitely found that easier on the low bottom bracket. Eventually it just kind of felt a little bit more normal. But wow, that first attempt on a low bottom bracket, it felt like I had like an anchor hold me down compared with the high bottom bracket. That was really weird. But I'm going to try and find something else and try some more tests. Right, gonna do another gap to front, slightly bigger this time, from this tyre setup to that tyre setup, and see if I can do the same big gap on both bikes. The bounce of these will either really help or hinder. I'm hoping it'll help.
Nice.
Well, I don't know where I'm going now. Right, well, I think that helped quite a lot. There we go. Okay, I think the one thing I'm beginning to discover is on this bike it takes a lot more body English. Like, you have to get your weight a bit more precise. It's like a bit like on a BMX when you're trying to bunny hop it. It's got such a small point where all the pop happens that you really need to get your body in the right place at the right time. Whereas the low bottom bracket, I think, is a lot more forgiving. You can kind of have your body weight and timing in a slightly more broad space. So yeah, I think it basically backs up everything I've been thinking, that the high bottom bracket is capable of so much more. It just takes a lot more to tame it, and a lot more fitness. Fraser has asked if I can get up the end of that sleeper down there, which is actually quite serious, but not one to disappoint. I'm going to give it a try. Try on the high bottom bracket first. In at the deep end here, Fraser.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's quite scary. Quite high up.
Whoa. Cat-like instincts.
I'm going a bit too tentatively at it. I'm actually a little bit nervous of it. I need to just be more confident. Oh man. Even just balancing this bike is just like the hardest work.
Mm. I know, imagine not being able to balance on a thin piece of wood on a bike above the ground easily.
This is like bread and butter for trial stuff. This is like, shouldn't even need to think about the balancing setup bit. But I honestly think the higher the bottom bracket, the higher your centre of balance, and it's just, you got that top heavy sensation. It's just, plus with a bike that kind of feels like it wants to pivot in the middle. Just track standing this bike's pretty hard. It's like you're steering by doing that rather than that.
nice.
Right, well, took a few tries, but we got there. I'm thinking balancing is going to be easier, getting the pedal will be easier, but it might be harder to actually get my front wheel over the top. Who knows? Definitely feel like you're a lot closer to the floor on this bike, and as such that looks a lot higher now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm actually quite surprised by that. That was by the skin of my teeth, but we got it. Right, we have a side op. Ignore the branding, bit of a rival to my own sponsor. In fact, pretty much all these boxes here are rivals to sponsors I've got now. But I'm going to try and side op this box, which I think is doable on this bike, but I think I'll be pushing my limits on the GT. Again, let's see if my predictions are correct.
Oh, lovely.
Scraped my front wheel up the side of it on the way up.
Steez.
Right, first try on the Echo. I honestly don't know if I can even get this on the GT. I've mentioned so many times that side ops are like my nemesis on high bottom brackets. So we'll see. My chainstays are going to hate this.
Oh,
Closer than I thought.
yeah.
A bit like that hook I just did. And a lot of what people have said on this bike, because I'm standing, it just seems a lot lower when I'm on the bike. And it's almost a bit deceiving because it seems so much lower. You're like, oh, that's easy to jump up. And then I get to a point where I think I've made it and I just haven't. Oh,
Oh,
and only just, it scraped a bit, but yeah, we got there. Interesting, all right. I honestly didn't think I was going to get that on this bike. Took a couple of tries, but got it in the end. Got a gap into a static hook, and it's actually a pretty horrible static hook, but at least I don't have to go to back wheel. I can hook into it and roll up to 2, and I'm going to see, firstly, if I can do it on any bike, and then which bike is better. Oh, that's so steep. And the bike's twisting. Oh, the bike's twisting. And I'm twisting again. Oh, why do my pedals turn back? Well, we got into it at least. Oh. No. Oh. I thought I was up that then. Oh. Honestly, it feels like my back wheel should be on top, but again, I think that's because the wheel isn't where I expect the wheel to be. Oh, you could tell that tyre wanted to. Oh my god, I get my weight further forward. Twisting.
oh.
Right, no, I can't do it.
No?
Surprising, because I thought I was so close to getting that. Yeah, I just need to be way more. This is going to feel weird after the high bottom bracket. Oh, that front wheel is not on that.
Oh, I thought it was going to be so clean. So is this supposed to be harder on this bike?
I think so, yeah.
the best trials rider in the world would ride a high bottom bracket, I assume.
Yeah.
So in theory, everything should just be easier than that.
I think that's what everyone thinks. I don't think it is easier. I think it's once you learn the skills to tame it, it's then easier. But that doesn't inherently make the bike easy to ride.
Oh.
It's so frustrating. Right, no, that's a fail for both bikes. I'm not gonna waste all my energy. But both bikes, I'd say about the same level of difficulty, which is quite surprising. I thought that would be easier on the GT. I'm gonna see if I can get up onto top cable reel over there any way I can. I'm probably gonna use these sleepers here. I'm gonna try it on GT first. And I've gone all northern on you. Whoa. Oh no. That's the worst thing when you're on a bike like this, because you're so high up because of the extra bottom bracket and your long stem. It's actually disgusting to jump off it.
That was like the same noise the rooster made. No problem.
No problem. So actually we've just been hiding from the rain a little bit, and I was hoping this was going to be a little on the easy side to kind of ease back into it a little bit. Whoa! Oh, that back wheel control's harder. Well, yeah, almost had to bail out there. This bike definitely feels a lot more sluggish than the GT, but yeah, I like the brakes on it. Another thing I've struggled with on high bottom brackets are gaps. So found something here, I'm going to try and gap it. I actually don't know whether I can do it on any bike, but try it and see which bike is easier. Oh, that's a long way. It's annoying because I have to take off right off the corner. What on earth is going on here?
Nice.
If I could do this on the GT, I will be amazed. Again, with the low bottom bracket bike, I kind of feel like I can just generally be in a bit of an area to be comfortable to gap it. This bike, I need to be absolutely precise and on the point and set up in such like a finer margin of error.
Oh.
And that's what I do with high bottom brackets. I always come off the back. Too much.
What?
Surprising result. Even though I'd struggled a little bit, that was slightly easier on the GT. I did not expect that. All right. Winner, winner, GT dinner. Found another line here, up a concrete pipe, gap to some vertical concrete pipes. I actually think getting up the first concrete pipe is going to be the hardest part of this. The rest of it's pretty scary though, because there's some big drops I can fall down. Also going to film this on the Insta360 Go 3, which is on my handlebars looking down, so hopefully that'll be pretty cool as well. Oh, oh, happy. Scraped up it.
Nice.
Nice. First try. Oh, oh, happy. Scraped up it. I'll take that. I've got to do it on the Echo now. Yeah, that was easier. Yeah, that was easier. That was the first try as well. The GT had more control though. If I was going to do that again, even though getting up the first one was easy on this bike, I'd rather do those on the GT. I wonder if I could do this up the way, but that's quite scary. Oh,
Oh, I thought it was going to be a first go.
oh. Oh. I think I held my breath the entire time then.
That like, oh.
That's,
Nice.
that's actually really scary. Gotta do it again for the GT now. I think this side up to rear is going to be interesting. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that was way easier on the GT.
Yep.
A lot more control.
Nice.
Honestly, the back wheel control on this bike is insane. And even though that was scary, that was a lot nicer on this bike. This is a Fraser choice. Down to the log, gap down, and then I'm going to see if I can stay on the log. I don't care if I put the front wheel down, but as long as I stay on the log, then try and gap and get back up this. Getting back up that, it's going to be really hard, I think. Low bottom bracket first. Oh.
Whoa. Ooh, nice.
Oh,
That was so
no
easy.
problem.
Oh.
Oh, that's actually taking me by surprise.
Oh. Easy. Nice.
I'm not sure which one was better. I think I had a bit more control on this one. I think if I had to choose one bike to gap to it and stay on the back wheel and turn, the GT would be the one. Another Fraser suggestion. It's obviously set out to be ridden and hooked, so try it. Man, getting up and over the other side, that's going to be horrible. I don't even know what pedal strokes, like timing wise, to do. It feels like it's got a harder gear ratio than the Echo, even though it's exactly the same. I don't know whether it's my body position is just a different power through my legs, or the higher bottom bracket affects the gearing or something, but it feels like a harder gear. horsefly on my chin. There's a lump just where my back wheel is, which is really tedious.
Nice.
I tried too much, but I got the line. I was just messing things up at the end, but stoked to get over that.
That was nice.
Got to do it on the Echo now.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I actually don't know whether this will be any easier than on the GT. I'm actually quite surprised at how well the GT got up this first bit. Like I've been saying, if you can get the timing right in that short window where it goes well, the bike flies up stuff. But yeah, will this bike fly up? Let's see. So it's going straight down onto that one then.
That was nice. Nice.
That took me a long time to dare do that, but it went.
I wondered if you'd tire out before you.
I was getting close to tiring out.
Mm.
That was pretty close, but I think that was slightly easier on the Echo. No less terrifying though. Right, got just a gap to hopefully hook. And I've no idea what this is going to be like.
Oh, easy.
Stuff like that, that's why V-brakes are cool, because the brakes just locked in.
Yeah.
No slippage. Again, I got caught out because the wheel wasn't where I thought the wheel was going to be. Craziest thing, top guys could just do that up the front wheel. Quite happy with that, you know.
Nice.
Even if it wasn't quite first try, that wasn't actually too bad at all. Sweet. Got a bit of a gap here. That's all there is to say. Let's see if we can do it. Oh. I'm just so frustrating. Right, well, we got it in the end. But again, the brakes were really struggle with having the brakes lock solid when I try those. Let's see if the V-brakes and low bottom bracket make it easier.
I think it won't.
Yeah, this bike feels so sluggish when I first hop on it. Got a kind of tech setup to a fairly big nasty gap. I'm on the Echo, so let's try the Echo. Oh, too far. Oh, got wind over here. Oh, suddenly this gap's, oh man, really big. Oh no.
Oh.
I kind of went for that. Definitely wasn't set up right. wanted to go. Well, I got this on the Echo. Actually pretty pleased I got that gap. Can I do this on the GT? I am honestly not holding my breath, but I've been surprised a few times today, so. Oh, first try. I mean, I had a little bit of practice on the Echo, but wow, I did not expect that. Tell you what, the control on the back wheel, setting up for that, was otherworldly. The ease of back wheel control made such a difference. We're back at the static hook, but I'm not doing the static hook. I was wondering whether I could actually just do this straight up to front from this sleeper down here. And I'm feeling quite bouncy and warmed up, so got the GT out. I'm gonna give it a try. That's on. Oh, soaked.
Oh.
Can't do that bit though. I mean, that's still small fry with what a lot of people can do, but for me, very happy with that. Suddenly seems a lot bigger. Almost first try, man. Almost.
It looked the same as the first try on the other bike.
Yeah. Get back. Get forward. Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh man. I just need to get that weight way further forward. But the further forward you weight, the scarier it is. Oh. I definitely committed that weight further then. Oh, come on. Oh, why? Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm so pleased I got that then.
Oh, you got that one as well?
Not quite. GT winner. Yeah, but I kind of thought the GT was going to be better for that. I've been eyeing up this gap for a little while, and after doing that one, I might give this one a try, but this one has a lot more consequence if it goes wrong. But I think it's a little bit smaller, so I don't know, feeling quite brave. Oh, that's a lot smaller.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, pleased with that. You know what, I didn't quite dare commit that front wheel in, but that's pretty much kind of straight up to 2 then.
Nice.
Gonna call it there, everyone. That was such a productive ride compared with last time I tried to ride these bikes. Actually, no mechanicals today and no impromptu backflips and fork snaps, which is, even though the clips were fun, I'd rather not do that again. I certainly think if I spent a little bit of time on the GT, it would wipe the floor with the Echo. There's absolutely no doubt that high bottom brackets are just the way forward for comp style riding. And like I said in previous videos, it's like an F1 car. It's difficult to drive, and if you're wanting to get into trials, I wouldn't go straight to a high bottom bracket bike unless you're absolutely dedicated to doing comp riding. if you just want to get into trials, a low bottom bracket bike is perfectly adequate and is probably going to be a lot more familiar to you if you're used to old school bikes, mountain bikes, BMXs, anything like that. But yeah, the high bottom bracket bike has surprised me, and I can understand why and how people do the moves that they do on that bike. It's just, they're a little bit more skilled than I am. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and it's really good to have Fraser behind the camera filming for me and suggesting lines. Follow him on Instagram, give me a follow on Patreon if you want to see videos released early, and we'll see you next time. So have a good one, take care, bye bye.
Bye bye.